One. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy HBK Sensei. We back with another video. We got something from Unbox Therapy. So he's talking about practically invisible smart glasses. Let's see what's going on.
So these are some pretty interesting smart glasses, a different approach than other things I've had exposure to. These are some of the most minimal that I've seen, and the approach here is to have a minimalistic display that's inside the lens that can't really be seen very well by the outside world, but can be read by the individual who's wearing them. So you can do things like navigation. It has some basic AI through the likes of ChatGPT where it can read out results. You can use it as a sort of teleprompter if you want to have information displayed that you can reference. Of course, you can also see persistent things like the weather, your agenda or schedule, and your notes, all superimposed inside of the lens that you're looking through. So they're called even realities, the G1. And actually, this is the clip so that you can turn them into sunglasses as well, but this won't obscure any of the information that you're seeing or reading from the glasses themselves. Now, the way that this display works, it's kind of like a green color, sci-fi looking display, retro calculator or something like that, but it's not gonna show you full resolution images. It's not gonna show you video. It's meant to be simple and minimal. That's the idea. Simple and minimal, and you stay interactive with the rest of the world. You're not pulling out your phone, but you are getting this extra information. Here you get an idea, a little almost like dot matrix idea of the shape of the glasses. Put them on and see what matters. Welcome to G1. You're holding the first eyewear ever designed to blend stunning aesthetics, amazing wearability, and useful functionality. And of course, this has been one of the major pain points.
These might go crazy.
All wearables is how can they blend with your lifestyle? How can you forget that you're wearing them? That's the ideal situation, is that they replace the previous technology, in this case, glasses, with something that feels a lot like glasses. So here are the glasses, and they come in a charge case, obviously. We have more accessories. This is, I really like the way they've done this unbox.
Skip a little bit.
At first I was like, on glass case, you have satisfying.
Open them hoes
The
up.
entirety of the arm or towards the front. Your touch input is on the back here, and I think the reason they've done this is because this section tends to be hidden or more hidden, either by your ear or by a person's hair. It will not be hidden by any hair in my case. You know, it'll be exposed like this. But still, depending on the angle you're looking at the person, their ear may be covering a lot of that portion. And then you end up with a stem or an arm that remains slender comparative to other smart glasses. Now, the thing that I notice right away is that these really do feel like actual glasses. They do not feel like smart glasses at all, which is cool. It's something to do with how lightweight they are and the fact that the weight is back there. So that could also be a wearability thing. Well, moving the center of balance to the back.
Yeah, because I mean, like, if you had too much weight in the front, they wouldn't feel realistic. But I feel like having all your components and shit right here at the back of the ear, that's real. Because have you ever seen people where they hit the back of their ear, they be making their their glasses jump, or they make them flip? So I feel like this is like a perfect scenario for something like that. Like, this is fire.
Portion directly behind the ear, arguably, and kind of. Yeah, I haven't really used.
At Job Corps, you could work towards a career.
Job Corps provides free schooling, free tuition, free housing.
This piece in the middle here, getting it off.
Okay, they got the sunglasses clip.
Is quite nice.
Put these bitches
Display.
together.
I initiate my display by tipping my head up. During the setup process, you can configure how much of a tip you want to have before you initiate the screen popping up, keeping in mind that you may not want to trigger it accidentally if you're taking a drink, tilting your head back in order to do that. But whatever's comfortable for you, that's how you can set it up. After you've initiated that, you can then drop your head a little lower and it can display in this section over here. I don't know exactly what you guys are picking up as far as reflections are concerned. Mo just wanted me to remind you that I have a huge light facing me. There's one light right there. The other things you can configure is the actual like look and size of the display. So for me right now, it's this voice, but then you'll have documentation of whatever took place. So Let's say I initiate a new note by pressing and holding on the back here. I need to make a grocery list. I need to remember to pick up apples, bananas, and whole wheat bread. At which point I can jump into my quick notes and I can see this grocery list. Now what you're gonna notice is that it's actually formatted in a clean way. This is the AI setting that spits out something that's formatted. I can see it in my original language, and I have audio of the recorded voice note. If for whatever reason
That's
I need
hard.
to it's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 lines. How much space you have to work with. Now, a workaround for the limitation of the section.
Let's
This
see what
next one
translate
might
looks
be the
like.
coolest feature. This translation mode. There's a number of supported like Arabic, Cantonese, Czech, French, German, Hindi. There's a handful. It's not every language in the world, but there's quite a few. What's cool about this is it turns the person you're interacting with into almost like a video game character where they're speaking their language and you're watching in text close to real time. You're seeing subtitles show up for that person
God, that's
in
fire.
the language.
Nigga, I'm about to use this shit every time I'm watching anime. Fuck a dub. I'm about to watch this shit in real life.
Language that you understand. That's it, and then you would be amazed. I don't know, but anyway, for the time being,
Okay,
it looks
navigation.
to me that it's walking or cycling. So basically, you're seeing a line drawing of your next steps. You will see an arrow as well, where to turn, and it does seem more tuned for ground level navigation. This could be good if you're in a new environment, if you're a tourist and you don't want to be obstructed by your phone clue where you are.
Okay.
This next one is also pretty cool. This is called teleprompter. This has a number of settings where you can utilize AI to scroll your text. You can set up your words per minute, how quickly you want to move the phone. Welcome to G1. You're holding a presentation. Like here on YouTube, I don't use scripts. If you did, you could have one in the lens, but are still everyday glasses. The ones you'll reach for every morning and want to wear all day.
So on the extreme tired
That's fire. This is fire. This whole concept is amazing. Yo.
The front angle is going to prompt there. We have AI, but they put it in so much so that I wouldn't personally use news. I have the news set up, and they're this small. Maybe we're closer than we thought.
That's it. All right, y'all. That was a short video. That was a lot. That was fire. That was fire as fuck.